Howdy guys, I'm Jason, and today I have a very fun video for you. You're gonna come along with me for a special trip into King of the Hammers 2025. I got invited to go into what's right in front of me, the Optima Oasis, right outside of Hammertown. And we're gonna go in and I'm gonna bring you with me. I got my wristbands here. We're heading in to the Oasis and I wanna share with you what it's like to be inside this unique setup here. If you've been watching my channel since the beginning, I've always been an Optima, red tops to yellow tops, to right now I got the DH7 in the Jeep. So this was really cool when I reached out and said, hey, can I camp out here in the Oasis, enjoy King of the Hammers for a few days, and I'm gonna bring you guys along to share with you the experience of what it's like to be around this Mayhem, to see some cool social media type stuff here, share with you stuff that I'm learning about the brand while I'm here, so it's gonna be awesome. So buckle up, I'm gonna take you through all of the things that I can over the next couple of days. And this is our little corner of the world. So the Oasis incorporates this entire lot here. So there's big bonfires in the middle, a couple different places for people to gather. Of course, the main tent up there at front. And then back here in the back, when I showed up in the Oasis, I saw a couple of faces that I hadn't seen in a while. And they're just dear friends of mine. You've seen them on my channel before. I've been to Mexico, Colorado, lots of places. Right here, behind me, Christopher Miller. Hey Chris, wanna see a cool trick?
My rollout here this year is just to have fun. I get to hang out with people that I only get to see once a year. Our friend Hollie is racing, our friend Ben is racing.
Chris and I have been trailing and friends for years. Then we'll go a year or so without seeing each other, and then we see each other again, and then it's just game on like it's been, and you just cherish that. And then who snuck out of the trailer is our buddy John here.
I'm out.
John and Kato.
Hello.
Was along for a lot of those. John, tell us the quick history of where you come from, and you and Chris go way back, and what's the deal?
Me and Chris met in the woods like 9 years ago probably, and then we just kind of cars and drifting and trucks, and then we hung out together, and then he brought me along for Trail de Cima, which is where I met you. 2017, and the last time I saw you was Mexico 5 years ago.
Yes, that actually is a very fun video. We had a wonderful trip to Mexico. That video is on the channel. I'll put a link somewhere into that, but let me show you where they're staying, and then I'll show you where I'm staying.
Yeah, this is our camper that Chris picked up from Las Vegas.
So
it's the best camper ever.
So bedroom one for Chris here. He gets the master suite. John.
But this is where the magic happens.
Okay, but the magic happens over here in John's. And this is where I'm sleeping. Right here in the Jeep. I just have a nice little pad here, sleeping bag, a couple of blankets. And this works just fine for quick trips like this for me. I was able to get in on the Jeep Jamboree here at King of the Hammers in Johnson Valley, powered by Optima, because those are my friends that got me in on this thing. So there's like 25, 30 Jeeps lining up right here, airing down, and we're about to go run some pretty fun trails here in King of the Hammers world, and I'm pretty stoked about that. I've never run a Jeep Jamboree, so this is a first for me, and I'm thrilled because I'm hoping this is the start of more of this type of activity. I'm looking forward to having that guidance on the trail right now as I'm getting my Jeep legs back underneath me. So these guys are all saddled up. We're getting ready to hit the trail.
As a normal Jamboree, it's a little slow and easy, right? So we're gonna just take our time, be patient out there. Make sure you put some sunblock on, drink lots of water.
So the pattern that just has been shaping up for me is that I'll Jeep a little bit, start to get comfortable again, and then not Jeep for a long time, and have to go out and get comfortable again. So, you know, this year we're gonna try to push through that and get a few trips in a row
Alright guys, we're gonna pull out here, so try to keep it tight with the vehicle in front of you.
And what I'm learning already from just walking through the grid before we headed out is that there's a huge diversity in rigs. There's a couple of bone stock Jeeps. There's all skill levels. There's Jeeps on tons, and there's a couple of really crazy built rigs like the Optima guys have. And then guys like me, like weekend warrior guys, and fully stock. So there's a good mixture. And to introduce you to Hank, the cutest dog I've seen out here today. And he's in a Jeep ahead of us a little bit. Oh, found the rocker.
That was the line, just a little frame by it, Jeff.
Tippy tippy. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Well, the day so far has gone great. We came out here this morning. We had about 25 Jeep consumers wanted to come out in this Optima, KOH Jeep Jamboree rally run at King of the Hammers. We started the day with some pretty decent rock crawling. We definitely had some tricky obstacles out there for them to conquer. Had a great spot for lunch. Optima brought out an ice cream truck out there for us, on 44-inch tires. So we all had ice cream and lunch overlooking. It was great. It's on the top of this mountain, so you could look 360-degree views. The basis of Jeep Jamboree and Jeep Academy is that you have guides out there to take you through these experiences. The Jeep Adventure Academy program is for first-timers. People want to learn everything about their Jeep 4x4. So the Academy program teaches people the basics. The Jamboree program takes you kind of on a next level adventure.
I think we're going to try to take the Get Rad line here. Thank you so much. That was awesome.
But the other thing about doing an organized trip like this is most people wouldn't do it on their own. They would venture this far, but if you're out with a group, you might adventure this far, right? And so having people to go with is a really important thing. So sign up for local clubs in your area and getting used to the people and understanding the trails. And starting to learn all those features, learn how the mapping software system works, where the trails go. Start researching that, and then you feel more confident doing it by yourself.
This is pretty fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect day.
Yes. From here on out, not going to be much rock crawling. We're going to head back down to the valley floor, go by Backdoor, kind of see some of the sights and sounds of the race course, which is kind of cool because I think they're qualifying today. Pretty much all week, something is fun happening out here. And so that's the next bit. All right, so up in this little nook right here is the famous Backdoor giggle. This is a really gnarly climb. Look up on YouTube. The racers are going to be coming down that again this year. So it's a pretty deceiving, like from here, when you look at it, it's not so bad. I got 37s, I could take it. But you can't, I couldn't. I don't know who I'm kidding, but we're gonna go check it out and actually get a look down inside there. So I am 5'10", that is much taller than me. And I'm not even at the bottom of this thing. So got a couple of 4800 class guys right here just being smart and scouting out the trail, and they're just making a plan, he just said, because they're coming down this. So they're gonna be coming off that and just hopefully not endo into this ditch, because then you gotta get this hole is all built up above me. This is like chest high after this, going down to that rig right there, as you can see. So we are now at Chocolate Thunder. This is a fun little way to end the trail day by sightseeing some epic parts of the trail of the race course for the big race coming out this weekend. So this is all just practice. These guys aren't racers qualifying. The qualifying is happening back over there towards Hammertown. That is the pinch point right there where people get crazy. The nighttime gets pretty gnarly up in here. So probably come back out again to see that and try to capture that for you. I'm gonna do it for you, the viewer. Well, there you have it, a day on the trail with the Jeep Jamboree here at King of the Hammers. That was a pretty fun day. Nothing hard, but it was really neat to kind of feel that groove with a huge group like this. This is the biggest group of people I've ever wheeled in, and I like it. I think I want to try to plug in more and do a few more of these things and see some cool trails, maybe Rubicon, something else. There's Big Bear. There's a lot of stuff near me in California that I want to do. So thank you guys so much for coming along on this little trail ride with me here. Hoping to do this a bunch more this year, and maybe we'll see you out on the trail. There's a few other people here that said, hey, I've seen your YouTube, and that felt kind of rad. Back at the Optima Oasis, I caught up with John and Kris.
Ice cream sandwich.
I ate mine already.
Ice cream break in front of the Oasis here, because that's what you do when you're an influencer out here in the big events out here.
We're influencing.
We took a few moments to appreciate the amazing build quality of the number 94 trophy truck, fresh off its win out here just a few days before. And then we hopped into Kris's Raptor to go take a look around Hammertown. And even though the Oasis is just a few blocks from there, we somehow ended up out in the desert doing Raptor things before walking the vendor areas around Hammertown. We're now inside Hammertown, and we're just walking around. This is the tech line for the Race of Kings cars, 4400s, unlimited. This thing just struck me because it's so amazing. Independent rear suspension, independent front suspension, stuff I've never seen before. Cute, just a cool looking body, but it's just like that around here. You just get to walk around and see all this stuff. It's kind of amazing. Every year, this full city is built on the dry lake bed to support the week of racing, with an estimated 80,000 off-road enthusiasts here enjoying the automotive mayhem. There's a fascinating combination of wholesome family entertainment with a hardware store, a fire pit, and a stage at the center. However, at nighttime, this place feels a lot like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, but somehow it all just works.
All right, 3, 2, 1, send it. And home.
Another really cool aspect of staying just outside of Hammertown at the Optima Oasis is the ability to escape and experience a different kind of fun and chaos. Tonight's event is called Tanner Faust's Trailer Park Drift Invitational. Pro drivers from different disciplines put on a fun show to benefit the Little Warrior Foundation, which helps fight childhood cancer. A very fun time was had by all, and money was raised for a good cause.
Christopher Polvardi gets the win. This is our third year doing the Oasis, and it's grown a ton. I mean, for us, it's really about kind of like the community and pulling enthusiasts together. Obviously, this is an event that's primarily combustion engine focused, but I think what's really cool to see is if you have a 1,200 horsepower Cybertruck, next to a Raptor R, like they can coincide. So we want to see it grow as powertrains continue to evolve. We want, come one, come all. And, let's keep having fun out here and putting the products to the test.
Our goal is for you to not have to think about your battery, right? For it to do its job, and you don't have to worry about it. You know it's always going to work. You know it's always going to start your vehicle. Clarios is designing a battery to an OE. They get a book this thick with all the requirements and specifications, and the goal is to make sure you're always meeting those requirements at a cost-competitive price. The design philosophy for Optima's batteries was pack as much power in the box as you can. You probably noticed that the H7 battery that you put in your vehicle, it weighed a good bit more than the battery it took out. And the reason is we made taller plates for it than is normal. We went just a little bit wider with the plates so that it has more cranking power, more energy storage capacity than, to the best of my knowledge, any other H7 battery on the market.
All right, it's early Friday morning, and we are over by the racetrack in the short course area in the Seat Time Syndicate pit box here.
We're going to watch 4800, 4600, and 4500 go off. Cheer Hollie and Ben on. Have a great time. It's race day, baby.
Those class numbers Kris just mentioned basically designate how many modifications can be made to those vehicles in each of the three classes racing today in what's called the Everyman Challenge. The 4500 Modified class allows multiple upgrades to a stock-style chassis, while the 4800 Legends class are highly modified race cars, only limited by tire size and shock package. And then there's the 4600 Stock class, a crowd favorite because they are piloted by people that obviously like to party. Finally, there's the Ultra 4 Unlimited class. They get their own race tomorrow on the final day of King of the Hammers. My longtime Jeeper friend, Hollie Fowler, is racing in the Everyman Challenge today. So we're about to see her off the line and watch her go across the infield for the first time and go race. The race includes 3 incredibly difficult laps around Johnson Valley. The course is so gruesome that only 30% of the vehicles that start even get to the finish. Here's Hollie heading into the pits after the first lap for a checkup from the crew.
All right, well, it looks like Hollie's doing a good, safe pace, which is what we want because we want her to finish. She came in with brakes hot, and we decided that she was probably dragging her brakes a little bit, and that's what was causing that. Everything else looks good. Temperatures are good on everything else. Fluid levels are good, and she's in good spirits. We just sent her back out there.
It went phenomenally. The first lap was awesome. The second lap was awesome. We ran out of time, and we actually spent probably about 45 minutes on a sand hill that a lot of stock vehicles couldn't get up. So we were like airing tires down so they could get up, and they were just in front of us, and there was only one line. So we lost a lot of time there, and we lost our winch line, which is why we didn't continue. I would have continued and just run over that little stage at the end anyway, but 20 miles out from the end, but we had a fantastic time, so we'll be back next year.
We are at Chocolate Thunder Trail, pre-gaming as we like to call it, pre-gaming the Backdoor Bash.
Yep, some of those same trails you saw challenging race cars in the daytime become rowdy playgrounds at night. You can climb right up into the action to watch and cheer or heckle the trucks attempting the obstacles, or sit by a cozy campfire in a safe place around the perimeter. It's a small miracle this chaotic scene transpires each night with seemingly minimal carnage. Once we had enough of the mess here at Chocolate Thunder, we headed across the lake bed to Backdoor and watched a few dudes try their luck at that obstacle I was standing in just a day or so before. All right, it's Saturday morning and it's the big race. The big dogs are out up on the track here, and Me and Kris and John are in the Optima tent, having just a really nice breakfast, some coffee, and we're gonna watch a bunch of the trucks go off the line from here, from the comfort of the Optima Oasis, because we're kind of wore out. We were on Backdoor again last night till late. You can hear my voice from screaming and yelling at trucks going up the thing. It's a rowdy, rowdy week, and I'm telling you, this has been an absolute trip of a lifetime that I actually want to do again. Well, that's a wrap for this year, 2025 King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries. What an amazing week. All the crazy cars. It makes my heart feel full to spend a few days with some dear friends. I actually am thrilled to have talked to the smart folks over at Clarios and Optima to find out that the brand I love is actually in really good hands and heading in an amazing direction technology-wise, and that there is still a strong embracing of automotive enthusiast lifestyle culture. So would I encourage folks to head out to the lake bed and experience something like this? Yeah, absolutely. You just brace yourself for the chaos of it all. I felt so thankful to have the relative shelter and feeling of safety inside the Oasis. So that kind of was cheating for me to be an influencer, but I'm gonna lean into that this year and try to share with you guys some of these unique experiences. So the AutoEdits rating on King of the Hammers is must see, 2 thumbs up. You should experience this in your lifetime. So thank you so much for coming along on this little adventure. I hope to bring you a bunch more in the future. And until next time, enjoy your drive.